Hey, I think this is working. Just wanted to share something. So yesterday I preached at this is Reverend D here, by the way. Yesterday I preached at Christ Community Cultivating Church. God, I hope I'm saying that right, in Syracuse, New York. And the word had to do with spiritual birth, which is very much like physical birth. The process is very much the same. So today, as I was reading my word this morning, I'm in the book of Chronicles, Second Chronicles, and I was reading in Second Chronicles chapter 15. Um, and it speaks of how Asa was given a word that was a wake up call. In that word, he was basically told that, and I'm paraphrasing to make this real short here, but he was basically told that if he sought the Lord, if he did not forsake the Lord, that the Lord would not forsake him. And during this period, they were not serving God. So everything was in a mess. There was just destruction everywhere. It was not a good time for them, a good season. So that was like a wake up call for him, and he went. He was the king. He went and fixed the altar. He got rid of all the idols and everything. I mean, basically, he cleaned house, and he let the people know this is what we're gonna do. You're either with it or you're not. To the point that he said, if you are not with it, you're gonna be dead. We're gonna kill you. So this was no joke. Lo and behold, everyone, so many people got behind him and sought the Lord with all of their heart, and just dedicated everything to the Lord. And as a result, they got victory. They got favor upon favor upon favor. So much so that for 35 years, they were doing well and there were no wars, no attacks. So then I get to Second Chronicles, now chapter 16, same king, right? Guess what? All of a sudden they're being attacked. And I'm like, well, Lord, what happened? Why, after 35 years of you being with them and they're not, they being okay, everything going well, why all of a sudden are they being attacked? And then guess what happens, guys? They're being attacked, and instead of the king going and seeking the Lord and asking the Lord to deliver, him and his people, he goes to make a deal with another king. And offers, basically, it's like a bribe. He offers him silver and gold and what have you, that he took from the Lord's. He took it from the Lord. So, just to sort of summarize it, he basically did not depend on God all of a sudden, and depended on what he had there, took from the Lord and gave it to this king so that this king would basically back him up, so that this other kingdom that was coming after him would not be able to attack. And guess what? It got ugly. It got ugly. And then he got a word from another prophet who came forth and basically told him what he did. He told him, you were wrong. You didn't go to the Lord. You went, to this man. He depended on man. And again, I'm paraphrasing here. But the bottom line is he screwed up so bad. And then you know what? When this prophet came and told him that, he got upset at the prophet for the word that he gave him, and took it out on the prophet. I think he even put him in jail or something like that. I mean, wow. So, I was like, Lord, why would this man do that? Why would this king do that when you took care of him, when everything was, when he was seeking you, you took care of him, everything was going well, that was your promise. Why would he turn away? And it's like, well, my people do that every day. Ooh, we do that every day. We decide that we want certain things, and it's because that's what we want. I call that the me ministry. And we don't go to him, we don't go to God, and then we go forward with what we believe we want, and we're satisfying our fleshly desires, and then we're asking God to bless our plans. I go back to something that my first, when I got saved, my pastor said, don't ask God to bless your plans, but ask Him for your blessed plans. So, word of advice to you out there. There are a lot of distractions in this world. There are lots of things that the enemy of our soul would use to try to tempt us to desire things that God doesn't have for us. And not everything that looks good is of God, guys. That's basic. I'm telling you, basic stuff. But we fall for the basic tricks of Satan all the time. And what I heard the Lord saying to me too, when I was like, well, why did he go? What happened, after 35 years? What happened that he went and got help from this one? And why didn't he come to you and so forth? And the Lord said to me, because here's what my people do. When things are going well, they forget me. When things are going good, they forget me. And then they just rely on themselves. They forget that I give it and I take it away. So, word of advice: stay focused on God. Abide in Him in such a way that you would have no doubts whatsoever that what you're doing is what God wants you to do, and that you're not being entertained by something that the enemy is sending your way that just happens to look so good that you're thinking this must be God. No, no. If you spend the kind of time that you should spend with God, you'll know. But if you want to satisfy your desires instead of seeking God's desires and God's plan for your life, then I'm here to tell you that although it may look good for a while, and for a little while it may look like everything's going okay, at some point in time, once the devil has you where he wants you, the destruction then will come. So seek God. The word says to seek Him while He can still be found. God bless you. I just wanted to share that. And I hope it encourages you to do the right thing. Be blessed.